Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jones. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Working out of the gun, Mayfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On first down, Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback. His 19th touchdown now on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Red! 10 Tucson. 54 Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
They keep it with Davis on 1st down. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Exit.
From the gun, Love steps away to his left. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Come on, set. 70 in. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Strike.
Operating from the gun, Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From a yard out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. It's caught by Mike Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Here we go, dude. Here I come. Here I come.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
58, 58, come on.
My turn.
I'm coming. 58, come on.
My turn.
58, come on.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Buccaneers, nothing.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Running with the fullback, Alex Arma. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Get the ball. Go.
A 1st down carry for Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Down. 15 lining, 15 lining. 54, block 54. Yes! Charlie. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Let's go!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
From the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 38, Mayfield. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
180!
Let's go, D, let's go!
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
1st down, Buccaneers.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Get that ball, D, let's get that ball.
Mayfield off the play fake. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd down, Davis. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. An update from Buffalo. It's the Bills with an early lead over the Jets. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Mayfield down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Mayfield on first down. Setting up the screen to Pirine. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of 2 there, second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mayfield. He can run for it, and he will. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He completes this into the hands of Miller. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
To stop Miller. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Davis. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play there for the Panthers. 49 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Check 24. Watch 24. Bravo.
From the gun, a give to Davis. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Second and 10. This is caught. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First down, Tampa Bay.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Mayfield looks to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Throwing again on second and 10. Mayfield. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gano the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
First down, Mayfield. And this one caught by Cameron Brain. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit the receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Kings!
I can't believe they even let you play.
Now Mayfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, Mayfield, and that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
45 to Mike.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
From the gun, Love. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses, It's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Pulled in at the 24. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Gold 66. 380 hit. 320 hit.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Davis. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
45 the mic.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Face. Zoom, fellas. Let's go. 45 is Mike. 45. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion. Pull. Let's go. Hey.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
From midfield, here's Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
First down, Tampa Bay.
On first down, Brady. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25.